Greenwood. My name is Sylvia Wright, and I am your candidate for State Superintendent of Education here in South Carolina. I'm a mom and a grandma, so I understand the need or the want for your child or grandchild to have the best educational experience possible. I'm also a teacher. I remember when my husband and I first got married, he's in the military, so he was lower enlisted, and I had my new teacher's salary, and we struggled to pay our bills. I remember having to eat oatmeal for dinner. I remember our lights being cut off because we couldn't pay the bills. So increasing teacher pay, that's a top priority for me. When I first started running, about 2 years ago, I started campaigning. The question I would get is, why are you running? And of course, I'd say my grandson. Because what I want for my grandson, I want for your kids and your grandkids. Because you know, when some people get in positions, they only look out for their family. Well, that's not me. I know my daughter can move anywhere in South Carolina. And so no matter where she moves, I want to make sure it's a good school all over the state. The question that I get now is, what qualifies you to be superintendent of education? And that's fine because there are three things: leadership, management, and judgment. Leadership, building capacity, building relationships, management, managing funds, programs, initiatives, and then judgment, looking at the data, and not just testing data, but data that comes from having conversations with the teachers, the students, families, communities, seeing what the needs are, and providing that support, those resources. I've done all this. I've been a classroom teacher, a department leader, a school coordinator, an instructional coach, and a district coordinator. I resigned from my district coordinator position to run full-time for state superintendent because that's how dedicated I am to improving education here in South Carolina. Thank you. We ranked 43rd in education, and we've been at the bottom 10 for the past 20 years. So we can't blame all of this on the current superintendent. She might be making things worse, but we've been, like I said, in this situation for over 20 years. So it's time for change. And so that leads me to the last question I get. Well, what are you going to do about it? Well, there are three things that I want to do day one when I become your next state superintendent of education. First is expanding early childhood education. So right now, our pre-K program for 4-year-olds, it's income-based. So if you don't qualify for income-based, then you pay for private preschool. That leaves a big gap of people who cannot afford pre-K. So we know that kids who have a strong early childhood foundation, they continue to excel. So I'm going to remove that barrier. We're going to have universal pre-K. Next is school safety. And that's not just intruders. That's the buildings, the infrastructure, the bullying, the misbehavior. And I only have 30 seconds, so I'm going to speed it up a little bit. The last one is teacher recruitment and retention. I want to partner with the universities and technical colleges to create a pipeline. So in exchange for 5 years of teaching, we pay for their tuition. Visit Wright2026sc.com. I need volunteers, I need donations, but most importantly, I need your vote on June 9th. Thank you.